Alright, I guess part 2 is going to be quicker than expected because, of course, as soon as I hit stop recording, it works. So we're going to go to Vectorworks, and let's just send this data again. So let's go to Fixtures Only, and now hit PWS Send. Boom. Okay, let's go here to paperwork.show, hit the Vectorworks word. And here's our data. Alright, let's change strike M to 97. I like these in 15. Everything else looks good. And now just hit add. And here we are. Once you see that progress bar, it actually bringing in the fixtures. And just like that, we have 482 fixtures imported. And you can see the positions are in. And everything looks good. Perfect. Alright, so I guess let's start with fixture patching. So this is what the fixture patching window looks like. You're going to see your universes laid out here. Let's try to get this whole front truss onto one universe, see if it fits. Boom. And you see next available is 461, so we're pretty high up on that. And I'm going to hit the sort pipe by position, so this way we can see what our positions are. So LX1, okay, this looks like just Rivales, and that fits in a universe, perfect. LX3, this is just curve 12, and that does not fit on a universe. So let's break it up. 2, 4, 5. That should fit because it's 101 per. Let's do that. I'm just going to patch it really quickly. SR hangs. All right, let's see how many we can get on. That does not fit, so let's try to do some less. So let's try to get 10. So we'll do 130 to 139. And let's try to add, let's say, 5 more. Nope. SR hangs. What fixtures are those? SR hangs. Oh, I know what those are. Okay. So that's a mixture of profiles and Argo 6s, which is not a good idea to divide it like this because it's 4 separate hangs. So we would probably want to do, let's say, per truss. So it would be 4 profiles and it would be 2 washes. So what we're going to do is we're just going to divide up all the hangs. Probably, can we fit 8 on a universe? We could. And let's see if we can get 4 of the other fixtures. So let's start the 200s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can fit that in. Perfect. So we're going to do 8 spots. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're going to do 4 washes. So this way, what I did is I did 8 spots, 4 washes. So just 2 hangs and then 2 hangs on a universe. Okay, now let's continue with universes. Let's go next, next. All right, let's do the same exact thing again. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And then we have, let's just make sure it's 8 and 8. Yep, that's equal. Then we'll do these 4 over here and these 4 over here. Done. All right, upstage wall. These are 97 channel mode and it's strike M, so it's going to be a shit ton of universes. I could probably only get like 5 per universe. So let's go to a bunch of open universes. 5, 5. I'm actually curious in the auto patch for this. I've never used it. Warning, double check. Let's see how that works. So let's select a bunch. This is my first time using it. Wow, it actually works. Let's add one more to this guy. And let's go to another 6 open universes. Let's take a bunch more. Boom. But why is it only taking 4 and 5 and some? So let's take this guy, put it here. Patch break, let's take it away. Because I want 5 per, and since it's auto patch, it's doing its own calculation, which is probably just dividing like the total sum. So I probably have to select it in groups of 5. So let's take 4 more here, and let's go next. So 661 till 680, let's say. So we got 5, 5, 5, perfect. And let's just keep going. I'm just going to select all of them. All the US wall. Keep going till over here. And now my next available universe is 26. And it did a decent job. So we got 5, 5. This has 4. Let's just put it here. And then these last 3. So I'm actually curious, if I do 138, which is the total amount of numbers, that means I should have 3 leftovers that don't divide into 5. So 138 divided into 5 is 27.6. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's move on. LX5. LX5 is a hang on the roof. And that divided it between 3 universes, it seems. It's a bunch of curved 12s. But that's not what I want, because LX5, obviously if this was a real drawing, I would probably differentiate more. So LX5 is this guy here, I believe. Let me see. No, this is not LX5. LX5 would be somewhere here. That's LX5. So it's a total of 3 fixtures per, and it's 4 hangs. So what I would want is 3. Take these 2, put it here. Okay, let's just move these over here. So 2021 should go there, and then these 3, let's do it sequential. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So does that make sense? It's 3 trusses of 3. No, it should be 4 trusses. That means I'm still missing 3 fixtures. Something doesn't add up here. So 516 through 524. So that's 516 through 524. 525 through 527. Where is 525? So let's just search it. 525 through 527. Enter. Oh, probably went into the next one. That's where it is. Perfect, because I just didn't see it wasn't selected. All right, that makes sense. So let's move on. Let's continue. LX7. LX7. Patch at address. So LX7 is fixtures 500, which is also curved 12s, and they're all in groups of 3. So I'm just going to patch them in groups of 3. LX7. This way, each truss would be its own little universe. Okay, LX9, same idea. 1, 2, and let's open some more. 3. So auto patch works really nice, although if you're dividing it up, there is some workarounds. What you could do is you can actually make it, let's say, a channel mode that only fits 3 per universe, and then just patch it, and then kind of use auto patch, and then later on just change the channel mode, and then just like kind of clean up. But that's just too much work if you're not familiar with it. Okay, LX2 is also looks like curved 12s. All right, let's move on. Okay, LX8, that's a mixture of Rivales and Argos. Let's see if it fits in a universe. No, it does not. 122 through 125. Wow. I actually like how it divided that up. So it took 4 spots, 4 washes, 4 spots, 3 washes. And that's actually nice because the way it's distributed. And I should probably try to squeeze on the strike 2s in that position as well. Let's see if they're in the list here. So right now we were just working with LX8 and we have them right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of them and put them in this universe and the other half into this universe. So it's kind of like halfway, and it's all one hang, so it's easy to run cable. Alright, LX6, and let's see if we do it with the strike 2s, if that does it. Let's take the last few, LX6 till here, and let's see how it divides it. So LX6 is 2 universes, and yep, it divided it nicely. I actually like how it does it. I've never used it before. I figured out experiment with it. Alright, let's keep patching. LX4, so those are also the same idea. Strike 2s, Argos, and Rivales. Auto patch that to 2 universes. Alright, floor LX, let's just select all of them, let it auto patch. That's all the floor LX. Let's see how many universes that took. Took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and it looks pretty evenly distributed, and it's in sequential order of fixtures. Alright, let's move on. SR wall. These are the Rogue R1 beam wash. Just SR wall. So just 2 universes. Alright, not bad. Now let's do SL wall. And that's all our fixtures for the whole show. Another 2 universes. Alright, so it looks like we have everything patched now. What we could do is we could go to fixture patch. And let's just see the patch, what we did. So you'll see the DMX summary, which you could hide as well over here, hide fixture type summary. I personally love it because it shows the range of fixtures, the footprint, and the name and the mode, and obviously the quantity. And it also says how many DMX channels used. And that was just like a super quick patch for the whole show, and it's in order of position and divided it up. So I think that's a pretty quick workflow. Now, I know they do have a feature coming soon which will hopefully count MA parameters, which is in the works from what I understand, because they did add the function of actually putting in the DMX channels in the... I could actually show you quickly. So if we go here to inventory, fixture types, let's just take any fixture type. Let's go to show DMX mode. If you see, there's DMX layout now. So it looks like we're going to start adding DMX. I don't know if it's going to be like some sort of database, maybe GDTF or something, but looks like it's in the works that it's kind of going to count parameters like that. But I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what it does. All right, next let's move on to fixture circuiting. Now, as you can see, these are all patched. Before we move on to circuiting, if anything were to go wrong, I want to send this data, the patch data, back to Vectorworks. So I'm going to go to Vectorworks here. And now that I have all the fixtures open and visible, I'm going to go to PWS, get fixture number. Now, it's basically asking me, would you like to overwrite the data in Vectorworks, which is all pretty much 0, 0 right now for the... All we did was adjust the DMX addresses. I'm going to hit OK. Now what it's going to do is it's pretty much just going to overwrite all that data we just put into paperwork.show into Vectorworks. So I'm going to take like a quick example of, let's say, fixture. So we could see universe 63 and 64 look like SR wall. Let's see. SR wall's right here. Should be universes 63 and 64. So as you can see, 63-76, and I'm assuming here's 64. Yep. And these are all patched in order, as you can see over here. So right now our whole rig is patched already in that short amount of time. All right, let's move on to fixture circuiting. So in the fixture sheet, you can hit fixture circuiting, but to actually get to the main menu over here, worksheets, this is where you can actually do all your worksheets. So you'll see this cable sheet, ordering, fixture patch, circuiting, and packaging. This is also a new feature, which I've dabbled just a little bit with, but let's go to fixture circuiting. Now, it's kind of the same idea. Either it can go in order of the fixture numbers, or you could sort by position. I generally work with position because that's just generally how you would want to do it. I know all these are on a single truss, so we could probably work around without the position, but depends on the show, depends on how it's laid out. Rack 1. All right, let's name it. So we're going to go to current rack settings. Let's name it PDSL. We're going to make it 208. Service name, let's just do 400 amp number 1, let's say. That's going to be the name of our service. Okay. Phase looks good. All right, I did PDSL. So that means the PD is going to live somewhere over here, which I'm fine with. All right, we're not doing looms now, so it doesn't really matter how long the lengths are, but that's going to matter later when we're going to do our loom sheets. I'm going to just do standard circuiting now, just divide it up between circuits and how many cables we need. So let's go here and let's name it to add a multi-cable. Let's name it ML1. I'm going to do it in order of just numbers. 208. Right now, this is representing our breakout. So you see 6 circuits. And let's just go here. And do we have an auto circuit function here? Not sure. I think we do. I just don't know where it is. Spread selected fixtures and multiple control on a single click. All right. So what it did was it basically divided it up. It also tries to divide it up to balance the phases. So as you can see here, it did 221, 221. So 53, 40, 40. So what happens if we put this one here? Yep, that's no good. So 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's what happened. So I have to deselect this if I want to do it my own way. So 8, 9. Let's put 9 over there. So you'll see 46, 46, 40. 53. Yeah, that was probably better. So I like that. But now if I select this, will it go back now? All right, perfect. So now let's go here. ML2 add. Okay, now I'm going to do by position. So LX1, which is just rivales, and it's 6 of them. Perfect. Now let's do ML3. Let's take LX3. Perfect. All right, let's do ML4 and SR hangs. All right, so I know those are a nice amount of fixtures, so we'll probably have to divide it up between several breakouts. Actually fits, surprisingly. You see 13 amps, 18 amps. Obviously, this is not ideal. I always like to divide it up more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add ML5, and I'm going to select all these fixtures here. I wish the lasso select worked it here, but it doesn't yet, but I've never asked. So I just select all these. I'm just going to uncircuit them and kind of do it uncircuit selected. Now I'm going to take all our, let's say 1, 2, 3, 6 fixtures per. So let's just do a SOCA per. Now let's take, no, SR hangs. So yeah, that's 100s. So now I need 200s. 1 and then 2. I have to deselect that. I have to figure out the, I don't use auto circuit. I'm just showing you guys the feature. Next, let's take 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll take 200 fixtures because there's 2 of them on a truss. And then let's just put it here. So 12, 12, 13. All right, that's pretty good. All right, something looks wrong here. ML5, that's why. And let's fix this. ML6 and add. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna do like that, so it just does it like that. And then we'll take two 200 fixtures. I hate that it does that. I have to figure out a workaround. 28, ML6, ML7. Alright, and here we go. Last 6. Oh, I didn't have auto on. That's alright. 5. It's easy enough where even if auto's off, it just takes a second. Alright, next is SL hang, so it's basically the same thing, symmetrical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make something called PD, another PD. So right now rack 1, it's called PDSL. Why didn't it rename here? That's my question. Rack name, if I hit enter, there we go. Okay, let's add PDSL1, PDSL, PDSR1, enter. Now PDSR, current rack settings, we're just going to do 208, service name, 400 amp, let's just take another service, number 2. We're probably going to have to find out soon exactly. So if we look at our PD here, our total loads right now is 126, 130, 125, which is pretty balanced, and that means a 200 amp service will be good for whatever we have on it now. And how many breakouts do we have? We have 7. So that would mean we would need a 48 way, and that would be just enough for what we have as of right now. So this would probably be PDSR because I put all the SR fixtures here, and then this one would be SL. Okay, perfect. Let's add ML7. So we did ML7. Let's do ML8. Add. Let's just add a few. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, perfect. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take two 200 fixtures and let's just do spread. Let's see if it does it. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take two 200 fixtures and done. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take two 200 because that's just how the trusses are laid out. And then right there. Boom. So basically I just did all these guys here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And each one is its own SOCA breakout. Each leg of the breakout gets one fixture. So it kind of just keeps it simple. And you could probably even put like a SOCA 2 for here and kind of just use the same circuits for 1, 1, 2, 2, or however you want to do it. If you have enough PDs, then I would probably just divide it like that. All right, upstage wall. Upstage wall, upstage wall. Yeah, let's put in stage left, why not? Now, let's see how this does. So, strike M's, I would generally put maybe 2 per circuit with a 2 first. So, I would do, let's say, 12 fixtures and like that. Perfect. So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's go to 24, 36. But before we do that, we should find out on how many are per row here because it might not divide into 12 and we might want to get a little more creative in how we do that. So how many fixtures we have? I have 23. All right, so that gets tricky. We'd probably want to do 12, 11, 12, 11, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. 601, so 12. I'm going to uncircuit this. And uncircuit one of these. And probably not ideal to do this. So we'll just uncircuit all these guys here. Because I have auto patch on, so it's a little harder to adjust to your preference. So we'll do 12, 11, so we have up to 23. And then we'll do 24 till 35, which is 12, I believe. Yes. And then we'll do 36 till 46, which should be 11. Yup. Perfect. All right, now let's add ML16, ML17, All right, so now we need 656. This should be 12. All right, 59 till 69. That should be 11. 17. Let's just do 18, 19. Okay, 70 till, that should be 12. 82 till 92, that should be 11. And let's do ML20, ML21. Okay, 93 till 04 should be 12. 05 till 15 should be 11. Okay, I probably need my own PD for this, and I'll show you how to move stuff around in a second as well. All right, 16 till 27 should be 12. And then this should be 11, I'm assuming. Yep. All right. So now it seems I have how many? I have ML12 to ML23, so that's 11 or even 12 breakouts. So I probably need a full 72 way just for this if I'm doing 2 per circuit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do PD SL2, and we keep it on the same service name. And let's just, I'm in the wrong spot, so that should be 1. I have to go to add rack. So PD SL2. And now enter. And now over here, let's just do 208. I'm sure there's a way to change it to default, or I hope. 400 amp number 2. So that just calculates the total service loads. And now I'm going to go back to PDSL1, and since I have much more strike M's on here, I'm going to leave these as the strike M, and I'm going to move these guys to SL2. So PDSL2, ML12, ML10 can move to SL2. So it's basically moving these breakouts to my next PD. So when we're dividing, when we're doing our worksheets, we can see. So this is just strike M's, this. So if we look at this PD right here, let's see. So it's not, you can't see, you could see per service. So right now you could see this service total. Service totals, 327, okay, perfect. All right, let's move on. We have LX5, all right, we have a few more. So let's put LX5 on PDSR. And where are we holding with numbers? SL1, we're at 23, so 24 is our next one. So ML24, add. All right, LX5, what fixtures are on here? So it looks like it's 1, 2, these are curve 12s. So how do I want to do that? Because those are automated. I would probably need, from the mother grid, 1 SOCA per truss, so that would get a little tricky. Or I could do true ones. No, probably SOCA, so I'll do 3 per. Okay, so ML24, I'll probably need SR2 for this one. SR2, enter, and we'll do 208. And I'm going to go back to SR1 and just move that newest one that I just put here, the ML24, to SR2. Okay, now I'm going to go to SR2 and let's just keep going. ML25, ML26, ML27, ML28, ML29, ML30. Usually I would probably think this out a little bit more, the numbering and the orders and all that stuff, but I'm just showing you how to actually circuit. So right now we're in auto. Done. That's a single truss. That's another truss. Anything 500 is a curve 12 on automation in groups of 3. So I'm just going to do them in groups of 3. So 500s, 500s. Interesting. That went on the bottom. Okay. ML31, ML32, ML33, ML34. So let's keep working. 3, 3, 3. I'm probably going to have to divide this up between a few PDs, but just for the sake of circuiting, we're going to just keep going. 36, 37, 38. All right, let's keep going. 51, 54. All right, it goes back to 501 now. But it's the same fixture type, and this is just a sample project, so I'm just kind of dividing it up more or less. All right, so we have PD SL1, SL2. SL2 has space left, so let's do ML39, ML40, ML41, ML42, ML43. All right, so now LX8 has all these fixtures. Let's see how it divides the circuiting for these guys. So that's not good. So I probably have to divide it up like half and half. So this one's overloaded. It's 22 amps per circuit, and that's way past the 80%. But even if so, I like to divide my fixtures up much more, so I have much more control from the PD if something were to go wrong. So let's see, 120 LX8. So we have 100s, which are Rivales, 200s, which is Argos. Then we have 800. So we'd probably want to do, let's say, how many do we have? Another 3. So we'll do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then how many of these do we have? How do I want to do that? So I think I'm going to shut this off. Let's just deselect those for now. And let's just do 100s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to go too far out. So I'm just going to do like 1 for 1 kind of thing. 18, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so that'll be 1. And this will be our second breakout, which is the second half of the truss. Okay, then 20, 21, 22. That's the last 3 since there's 7 on this truss because there's a center fixture for the washes. And I'm just going to put this, we don't have to because we have more fixtures. So we're going to take, how many of these are on LX8? That's about half. So we can take those, 4.3 amps. And we could divide it up because why not? And then LX8, these are the strike twos. These take almost nothing. And we could do something like this. So as you can see, it's 18, 18, 18, 22, 22, 17 on the third leg. That'll be fine. What if I put it here? Same difference. I could play with it a little bit, but it's not different enough where I actually care. All right, next, LX6. LX6, so it's kind of the same idea. So let's take 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's just put it here. So 115, 16, 17, 18, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we'll do all these guys on the next one. So 19, 20, 21, 22, and 14, and 15. Now let's take half of these guys, so probably somewhere about there, and take 1, 2, 3, 4, put it over here, and take the other half, which is the second half of the truss, and divide it up. 4, 3. Looks pretty good. 19 versus 17, 22 versus 18, that's fine. All right, next we have LX4 left, floor, and SR wall, and SL wall. All right, let's just keep, I'm just going to keep making circuits on this PD here, and I'm going to move them around later to divide it up how I'm actually going to do it. Because for now, I just want to get everything on breakouts. All right, let's move on. LX4, same idea. We'll take 4 spots. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're putting pretty much a spot and wash per circuit. 12, 13, 14. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 on this guy. 2, 3, 4. As you can see, since I'm doing it by position, it's not sorting it by number, which technically doesn't matter. As long as everything's labeled good, shouldn't be an issue. Alright, now let's divide these into half. So we have how many? 15. So we'll do 8 on the first one. That's the wrong one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's on the first breakout, and then we'll do the second half on the second breakout. 1, 2, 3. We'll divide into here. That looks good. 18, 17. Yep, that's good. All right, now we have the floor elect. So this one, I'm probably going to use the spread function. It's 180 watts. I could probably fit like bunch per circuit. Shit. So 6 per circuit is safe to me. So we'll probably just do, 4 per circuit. So 24, 6 circuits. Then how many more do we have? We could do up to 48. Let's do another breakout. And then we have one more batch to 64. I'm fine with that. Okay, SR wool and SL wool. Let's just add a PD SR3. And let's go to current rack settings. We'll make it 208. All right, ML48, ML49, ML50, ML51, ML52, ML53, ML54. Okay, let's start with this. All right, these are 280 watts per. So I could probably put comfortably 3, 4 per circuit. So let's just select 18. So we'll take 3 per circuit. Then we'll go to 36. But before I do that, SR and SL wool, let's see how it's divided it up here. So I have, how much is that? So that's 6, 5, 2, 4, 6. So it's divided up into 6 if we're circling them vertical. And I'm happy with that because it's 3, 3. Yeah, that's fine. So let's just keep doing that. SL, how many do I need? 18. 39, 40. I did that wrong. I could just deselect this and fix it like that. And let's just uncircle, it's already selected. So 36 till 54. Is that right? Yes. And then we'll do the last bits right over here, and we are done. Options, delete. Options, delete. All right. I don't know what's where. So PDSR1, SR2, it's 400 amp number 1, I think it was. SRs, yep. SLs was number 2, so let's just copy this. SL, SR, and BL was number 1. Okay, perfect. Let's go to our reports and let's go to fixture circuiting and see what our circuiting looks like. So as you can see, this is our breakouts, and it's divided up between PDs, which I know is not 100% accurate. So this is a bit over 200 amps, this PD. It's actually service, not PD. It's calculating services. If you want to see your PD loads, it's over here. So this PD could fit on a 100 amp service, which is pushing it, but it could. As we skipped a lot of circuits because it's 3 per. Okay, this is 57 amps to the service. Stage right is less than a 400 amp, and looks like stage left is pushing 400 amps, so it'd probably have to divide that up between 2 services. A lot of strike M's. So as you can see, it's a very nice, and it's kind of the same thing with the summary here, where it has the quantity, type, how much watts each fixture takes, voltage, and this is all based on what info you put when you're creating the fixture type, and then amperage, of course. And you can see your total wattage, which I think is really cool. All right, so that's the basics of circuiting. Next, what do we want to jump into? I think the rest of it, we should do another tutorial, which is I'm going to probably move into cable worksheets, how to create your looms and all that kind of stuff. And then labels, I'll probably make an additional video. So this will be my part 2. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Enjoy.